Welcome everybody to something new I'm doing on YouTube. It's gonna be like movie reviews and show reviews. So today, I want to do one on the 2010 Nightmare on Elm Street. Now, quick recap: I love the old Nightmare on Elm Streets. They're great. I mean, the stories are kind of different from horror movies, but they're good. I've always loved them. I've always loved horror movies with villains and stuff. So, A Nightmare on Elm Street, real quick. So this is gonna have spoilers and stuff. So guys, if you haven't uh, watched it, don't watch this review unless you want to go watch it first. But I'm just gonna tell you right now, this movie sucked. This movie was awful. I don't know how it was ever even remade. I don't know how they got the license to remake this. The shit was awful. I mean, this shit was it was so bad that halfway through the movie I was like, is there still no story to this? And like to me that's just ridiculous. Especially for a movie that's an hour and I think don't quote me, but hour and 40 minutes. So I'm just gonna go through the trailer here. I'm gonna tell you guys a story. So the story is this guy, these people on, I guess they're on Elm Street. They show the thing one time. They show Elm Street, and like that they're on Elm Street. That it proves that they're just on Elm Street. It's really bad. But so basically, there's these kids that apparently when they were little, and like I said, this has spoilers. So when they were little, they went to this school and they basically they basically like had this guy that they liked or something and that they played with, and apparently he did this stuff to him, and then that in the movie they didn't believe that it happened, and the parents said it happened, and the parents hunted him down and killed him and set him on fire, blah blah blah. And that was it. And the only ending conclusion we have to this whole fucking movie is that he did do it. Like, what kind of fucked up, like, okay, so let's just go through here. I'm doing this on my monitor. I can't do a Google Chrome capture. It's just not letting me. So I'm just going to do it on my monitor here for you guys. I'm not going to play the music, okay? Because the music is going to be copyrighted. So, just to show you guys here, like it shows, okay, this is like you'll see this like 45 minutes into the movie when you're like still wondering what the fuck is going on. So this is obviously Freddy Krueger. He's getting chased by the parents, and yeah. So that's about it. I mean, they hunt him down. They throw some shit at him. They throw some fire shit at him. Um, Besides that, this movie is just like all these scenes here. I watched this earlier, and all these scenes, like it shows Elm Street. Like in the whole movie, it shows Elm Street one time, and it says we're on Elm Street, guys. And the actors in this movie sucked. I mean, the only good one was that what was his name, Dean or I don't fucking remember his name. Maybe he's in here somewhere. Um, uh, where the fuck is he? I thought he was in this trailer. Maybe not. Well, he's in the movie. He's a decent actor. The guy that's taking all the drugs, he's like shooting up the adrenaline and shit. So, basically, um, him and her, try to hunt him down. She grabs a piece of his sweatshirt when she's in the dream or whatever. They're trying to stay awake. I get it. It's kind of but here's the problem I have. Okay, the movie CGI, or not really. There was okay. Take that all away. The movies. Let's start from the beginning. The movie's actors. The movie's actors are bad. They're not good. There's one good one. The fucking Freddy Krueger is horrible. I hated him. He here's the thing though. He did an okay job. Like he wasn't the worst Freddy Krueger in the world. He did an okay job, and I wasn't too upset about the Freddy Krueger, even though I missed the old actor that did him. He's probably old as shit now, or he passed away. But so yeah, the actors were all bad. I thought like the mom was like, "No, that never happened. I would never lie to you," and then she was like, "Oh, well, this is what happened." Like, what? Like, are you kidding me? You guys need to get a new job. You guys just suck at acting. Don't ruin my favorite series of movies. I love Nightmare on Elm Street. So, Let's go on to the next thing. The next thing will be breaking down the story. The story was awful. Um, okay, the main story of Freddy Krueger is usually like similar base to what this was, so I wasn't too mad about the story, but it wasn't this blatant. Like I feel like in the old movies, he had a reason. You know what I mean? A reason to do this. And in this, it's like it didn't feel like there wasn't nothing there, dude. There was nothing there. This movie had nothing, nothing. So let me just go through. We're just gonna watch this clip again. So this is where Freddy dies. The other thing, um, the last thing that really pissed me off about this movie is the fact that dude, it wasn't scary. You guys ain't scaring nobody with jump scares, dude. Okay? Your little oh she fell asleep. I ripped the door off, threw her out the car, and that was it. What the fuck was that shit, man? I just want to know what was going through their minds. I literally the only part that scared me. I actually, you know what? I just forgot what it was. I had it on my mind last night when I was thinking about doing this review, and I can't remember exactly where it was. Um, but there was like one little part that I jumped at, and I was like, "Wait, what the fuck?" And it was like the most. It wasn't even like Freddy or anything. It was just like the fucking movie tried to scare you. You know what I mean? So moving on, the movie was not scary at all. And to verify this, you know what I mean? Because I was not scared. I was completely. I actually, you know what's funny? I started laughing in the beginning of the movie. So if you guys go back and watch the beginning of the movie, and you guys go watch it after this review, or if you have watched it, you'll know what I'm talking about. So in the beginning of the movie, the guy's like talking to her, and he's like, no, and he spills his coffee, dude. I legit busted out laughing, and I was like, what? I was like, what the fuck? I'm not even kidding. I wish I had recorded me watching it or something like that. So yeah, this movie was not scary, and to verify that, I went back and watched the old movies. Now the old movies, yes, the CGI is bad. Or what? It wasn't even CGI back then. It was like just fucking whatever the hell it was back then. But it was bad. Whatever they did back then for editing. But I was like intimidated, man. I was like, there was little fucking alien baby crawling around, dude, and like fucking um people like getting in her face, and like the camera shots were good, man. Like I was like, man, they did a lot of effort back then on them movies, and I was so excited to watch one of those last night. I think it was like one of the last ones they made in the 90s. And I wasn't like so scared out of my mind where I was shaking, but I was like, very intimidated by Freddy and stuff like that. And I liked how he worked, and he kind of played with him a little more. In this movie, he just takes him into a dream. He's like, "I'm killing you. Psh, you're dead." And the ending, and to get back on track of this movie, because I don't want to review that movie. That's not what we're trying to do here. I want to get back on track, and to say the least, the ending was probably one of the worst endings I've ever seen in my life. Um, I actually just exited out of the movie after because I was like, wait, is this the end? And I went to go push play, and uh, I was just like, you know what, this is the end. I seen like a few more minutes left, and I was like, oh, credits. So I just turned it off. I was like, this movie sucks. So yeah, so I mean, the ending basically was, um, you see the dream here, you see the girl. It's there's no it looks interesting, and it has its moments where I was like, maybe I want to give this a chance, and because at first I was that was the kid that I was talking about right there earlier. I thought he did a good job in acting. He's in a lot of movies here and there. He does a good job at acting in the movie. But the ending was just pulling him out of the dream, getting him in real life, and he stabs this kid once. And listen, if you're stabbed, you ain't getting up. And okay, to be fair, let's say he did get up and he did swing something. He gets stabbed again. And it's funny that Freddy says this, because Freddy literally says, he says, "Why won't you just die already?" Or so don't quote me, but something like that. And I was like, it's like he should be dead by now, dude. Like, are you kidding me? So, guys, if let's get to the conclusion here. If I was you, I would not go watch this. If you really do want to watch it, go watch it online. It's fucking free all over the place. It's don't rent it, don't buy it. It's not a good movie in my opinion. Remember, guys, this is all my opinion. This is never facts or anything like that. The fact is that this movie did have some issues, and those issues are blatant. And one of the issues is the story, and it was just very like I said, we went from oh, maybe Freddy didn't do these things, and maybe he was really a nice guy, like he looked like he was. To oh no, he wasn't. He just did it. Like what? Like you can't. No one in this world can say that that's justifiable as a good story. I'm sorry, and I know the old movies work with that story, but at least they work with it to an extent. They push things to their limits. They get the story that makes me want to keep watching the old movies, even though the old movies had horrible screening and stuff like that. And I still love them more. Wait, I mean, they had so much to work with in 2010. And I know this movie's fucking 9 years late, and I know it was 9 years ago. And guys, coming to the conclusion. Like I said, don't go watch this. This is my review of it. If you have watched it and you're watching this, feel free to leave me a comment. I want to see your guys' rating on the overall movie. So I give this movie a 2 out of 10. Okay, a 2. Okay, the reason this movie deserves a 2 is just because of everything I just said. Okay, the reason it gets those 2 points is because it did have a few moments where I kind of jiggled, laughed. You know what I mean? It had a little funny. I don't know. It wasn't supposed to be funny, and it had a few. It was a few things that I seen. I was like, okay, that's a little scary. That's a little freaky. Blood everywhere. Where he kills that girl in her room and the guys there. That was kind of they had something going there. I was like, you know what? That kid's gonna get framed now, but he just fucking dies in jail, and it went all the shit. Like so. That's it, guys. I guess I'm gonna leave you to it if you want to watch it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and like the video. I'm trying to do this new series. If you guys like this, just try to support me and stuff. I want to do some more movie reviews. I got a few show reviews I'm gonna be doing, including the new Scream series. It's been out for a little bit, but I've been watching that. And so thanks, guys, so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.